Ok. Ben oui, la lampe.
Cette phaseuse du worst.
Il va tout péter. C'est la pire. I proudly present the most annoying cat in the world. Ah, t'es la pire. Tabarnak. Frotte, 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 frotte. Can you guys hear me? T'es la pire. Ok, non mais c'est bon, arrête, dégueu.
Tu je la prenne ou...
Non, non, mais arrête de... Je passais à ce dentaire dans mes affaires, là. Oui. Hey, hop, hop, hop. Alright, so I have a different microphone setup. Like, it's the same microphone, but it's a new setup, so I need you guys to tell me how it sounds. And hi Cleo, hi Box of Paint, hi Salome. Hi guys, I hope you have your drinks and your snacks. Mais t'es super chianteuse. Sa chaise, tu peux t'approcher sa chaise entre les deux? Comme ça tu peux être avec nous. Par-dessus. Là cette place là tombe pas. It's a little quieter than usual. Okay. Ouais, faut que j'ajuste mon micro, c'est un nouveau setup. This should be a little bit louder. Hi Mikey! It's a bit better. I just have no idea how high I should go with the gain. So that's even more boost, but you might hear the background sounds better too. Hey Dominic! Bear's just discovered a new game. Hubby is rapping and Bear runs across the palette. Oh no! Well, you know all that crinkly paper? I can't resist crinkling all the tissue paper, so I get it. So I hope that's loud enough. I'll be able to check it when the stream is done. But in the meantime, please let me know if it's too quiet. It's a good level and the pen click didn't blow my eardrums. Oh no, is that really loud? Yeah, I don't have a very loud voice, so that doesn't help. I'm not very good with working with audio. It's always the issue when I edit videos. Like, the editor has a meter that I can refer to for levels and all that, but I'm not knowledgeable in that stuff and I don't hear all that well. And like there's so many things in the setup that I feel I can't really just trust what I'm hearing when I'm editing. I have to like make sure the levels are fine, because what if my computer's volume is down, or you know, stuff like that. I've looked at a couple of tutorials about that, but they've been not particularly helpful. They always assume that you have a basic foundation of knowledge about sound, which I don't have. Light and sound engineers are highly underappreciated for their crazy skills. I agree. Absolutely. Sound is so hard to work with, I have no idea. How do you guys feel about it being Christmas next weekend? Ah! I took an awesome class called Music in the Movies that really taught me how to listen. Oh, that's cool. Good, get it over with. Too much stress. Oh, is it really stressful? I don't find it particularly stressful. I can't believe we're already at the end of the year. My work wife and I hit the Christmas... Oh! But a tiny space and not a lot of room for the sellers. Oh, that sucks. Christmas markets are always so much fun. All the shopping and arrangements with... Well, I don't have that... Like, I don't have a very big family, and it's spread out, and we don't really celebrate it, so... Maybe it depends on where you live as to how good the Xmas. Oh yeah, definitely. We have so many family members to see, it's ridiculous. Hey. That kind of makes no sense, right? To have the lights crisscrossed like that. It only works if your tree is like flat. Because if you have a tree that's actually a real tree with, you know, dimension to it, the lights, they go like around like this. It was interesting to see the prices for handmade goods, but I bought an A4 watercolor of an octopus and it was £20 frame. Wow, that's... She got a 4x4 square of a watercolor blob robin and it was £40. That's weird. Really cute, but think it would be a lot less effort. Was pretty much wet on wet and then a beacon eyes. That's kind of a... You can find like a good few examples of that kind of painting, so... Like, not to throw shade, I'm sure the painting is lovely, but you can't really tell if the person got the idea themselves or if they saw it online and were like, oh, that's such a cool idea, and just did that, so... Cuff London Winter Wonderland Cuff, what? Very cute, but also not so taxing. Yeah, definitely. Like, that's a good thing to paint to sell, because you might ask for a more fair price, considering. But yeah, the poor person selling the octopus for £20 framed. What's up? What's up with that? Hold on, I've got an idea. Okay, sorry. I went and I listened to the stream. Just so I could see how loud it is. Seems to be okay. Winter Wonderland is a big Christmas fair thing in London, and it's so busy and crap and a ripoff. Loads of people love... lots of people go and love it, though. The seller gave me a £3 discount because it was the last one, and I was like, thank you, but no, and they threw it, and they... Alexandra, hi, long time no see. Legit, if you're ever in London for Christmas, the thing to do is just get a bag of roasted chestnuts, ooh, and watch the people, oh my gosh. Hey Erica, hello! Happy holidays! And they ran it through. Wait, so did you get the discount or not in the end? I was forced to take it. Oh no! We have a restaurant like that nearby where they never let us input some tips. Hey Sally, hi! Hello, hello. Cannot wait for solstice and that glorious 2 minutes of extra sun on the 22nd. Oh no! You poor desert creature! Solstice is my birthday, darkest day of the year. Aw. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be a bad thing, right? So it's more time to play with a light bright. It's more time to enjoy the Christmas lights. Maybe you can sleep more if you follow your circadian rhythm. I'm a warm weather lizard. Oh no. The solstice is my cat's birthday. Aw. I used to quote Twin Peaks with "the nighttime is my time," and then I moved to the UK and winter nights are horrible. I call visit in Quebec right now. It's 40-something degrees Fahrenheit in Delaware. I don't know how it is in Fahrenheit, but it's not very cold. It's very snowy though. We got a lot of snow in the last 2 days, but it's gotta be just around the freezing point. Play with a light bright. That was what? We haven't really been outside all week as the ice on the pavement is too slippery. You need, you know, the thingies for shoes that you add to your boots. Cleats? Reorganizing my studio today so I can paint bigger. Ooh! Ooh, do you have any paintings in mind that you want to do? I did some reorganizing of this space here, but you can't really see it. Sorry. Bleh. Throwing the cat amongst the pigeon, but what do you all think of the protest against AI art? I kind of hope they change something, but I don't think they will. I don't know, but I fully support them. I'm really interested in the side of it when the AI gets... What do you mean? But I fell directly in the middle of the argument. Please elaborate. That sounds interesting. I'm prepping a 2x2 foot wooden panel and going, ooh, what are you gonna use on it? Is it gonna be acrylics? I fell in the middle too. I think AI could be good and I want to use it in my own art, but I think the current mode of it is unethical. The AI producing and learning will mean at some point it will be cognizant that it is the one doing the work and should have the rights to its Oh my gosh! Wow, that's meta. I'm trying to build an all schminke watercolor palette, but I can't decide which colors. Can everyone share your preferred colors? Ooh. Schminke. I love the concept of a tool to help me, but my thoughts tell me put my thoughts down, but don't have any interest in that being my new watercolor. That's a new one for me. Wow, I never thought of that. Using clear gesso and probably using acrylic paint, inks, and acrylic skins. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Okay, so favorite schminke color. I would need to get my hold on. Real goals. Bon. I have this dot card, but I don't think it has all of the... Oh no, I think it does have the... For schminke, as long as they're being sold, I will get their Queen Magenta and Queen Purple and Perline Green and Maroon. Perline Maroon and Violet. Cool dot card collection. Thank you. Manganese Violet. It's really quite handy to have a bunch of dots, but this is... It's like middle level. Like I have a good amount, but definitely not all the brands. So I'm always like having to look up info online. Okay, so schminke. Do you prefer granulating colors or smooth colors? My favorite Perline Maroon is definitely Winsor & Newton's. It's really, 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 really nice. Hey, Tsukaboo, hi! Oops, sorry. So yeah, so yeah, Erica, do you... Oh wait, hold on. I don't have a preference, mostly use gouache. So you don't really mind the texture or the opacity. They're magenta. I think it's one of my favorite colors because it's PV42 instead of PV19, if I remember right. And since it's this specific pigment, it's more consistent. Whereas if you buy a PV19 color, you can never be quite sure what hue you will get. So this magenta, I feel, is a really good magenta to have. Trying to think of other colors that are like really particular and useful. I mean, all their colors are good, so... I have to get it in the future, but for now I'm good and stuck for another year. The Schminket set that come with warm, cool, and dark yellow, red, blue, and green is a great anytime palette to add to. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, basically just go with the colors you like, I guess would be my It can vary so much if you aim for a palette that is more versatile, or if you want a palette that is more specific to a particular usage or mood, or, you know. Well, all of them, pretty much. I thought I would panic without my usual 54 palette, and unless it was Cobalt Teal, it's never been a problem. I have a few of their super granulating colors, and they're really fun. They really are. Like their Cobalt Turquoise here is one of my favorite colors, but it's kind of it's not the strongest value color, so it doesn't really go for a cyan in a primary palette, but it's a really pretty color and it's super granulating. They have a pretty quinacridone gold hue too. I really like it. I have to have some PB28 and a propping for a couple of characters and just can't get the same result with Yep. Mixed together, these two, they make for such a pretty color too. Thank you everyone writing a list now. Sorry. While on art questions, do you mind if I ask for some help checking? Oh no, go ahead, no problem. Just give me a second. A tissue. Oh boy. There's one thing I would be curious to see with AI art that I haven't seen so far, but I think at the same time it's kind of a tricky situation to test it out because you don't want to enter these new this new data into the AI art engines, but I haven't seen any of those do a good watercolor-like finish. And I would be curious to see that, but at the same time, I would much prefer if all that new data didn't end up in the engines. My mother-in-law has mobility restrictions, so she needs a walker, wheelchair, and can't easily do things like change out water. Okay. It was just okay, I can post it in Discord. Oh, yeah, sure, if you feel like it. So I took a cleaning cloth and sewed a bag for a palette, got water brushes, a syringe to fill them, bottle of water, and made some sketchbooks. It feels like that's all I would need to art, but I have that annoying voice saying him over like, okay. I could also look into training a watercolor. No, that's the, don't don't feed the AI. Don't give it stuff. I was just curious about it. Like I don't want to look for it like excessively. So just curious because it's always like a very CGI rendering. So. Okay, so you have a cleaning cloth, you made a bag for the palette, we have a cloth, a bag with a palette, water brushes, syringe. Bottle of water. And sketchbooks. Okay. Hey, Paulo, hi. Hi, Susan. Even after being away for a month, the AI improved so much it gave me the heebie-jeebies. Yeah, that's really creepy. I took one of those microfiber cloths and sewed it into an envelope so she can just use it to clean the brushes. Oh. Yeah, it's kind of terrifying, Salome, I agree. Hey, Christina, hi. So, the only thing I can just think of the top of my head is an extra cloth for the water brushes to rinse them out, because I feel like that's always the thing that I end up going through the fastest when I'm trying to use water brushes, because you can't rinse your brush in the water, so you have to squeeze it and like wash it on a cloth, and that cloth always gets soaked and dirty really quickly. I played around with a couple of the AI sites, and when I put my own art in, it was nightmare. Yeah, I'm not. Like, we have a friend who uses those AI art generator as a way to create visual content for like a D&D game. And it's a really good use of that kind of tool. The issue is that the tool takes all its data from artwork that it isn't allowed to, technically. It's a really fun set you put together, Box of Paint. That's a really cool gift. Yeah, I'm assuming the person already has like pencils, erasers, paper. Well, you made a sketchbook, so never mind that. But pencils, erasers. I keep having. It does that if you add someone. Like sometimes when you add someone, and then you type and you end up with a smiley face, all it does is post the smiley face. Living artists didn't consent and dead ones can. Yep. Yeah, that bug has been around on YouTube chat for like 2 months. Yeah, it's as if it's treating everything you wrote after the at sign as a name you're trying to find, and since it doesn't exist, it just removes everything and just leaves the emojis. Has anyone ever tried a painting on paper where the sizing is going and just thought, well, too late, I'm gonna just deal with it? No, I don't think so. I think my room is abnormally humid. Do you have a humidity meter thingy? I don't know what's it called. It's like a thermometer, but instead of measuring temperature, it measures humidity. I don't have a dehumidifier and I've run out of room. No, it's not the it's not the big thing. It's just like a small hygrometer. Yeah, I think that's it. It just allows you to measure how humid the room is. I got out the nice Arches paper for hubby's Christmas doodle and did all the big spaces first. Then went to paint him and the cats and got splotches and the paint went through the... What? Whoa. I've never heard of paint going through watercolor paper like that. Sounds nightmarish. Ah, no. The meter I do not have. It's just... if you stumble upon one or if you get one, it can be handy to measure out just how humid the room is. Fun fact, original hygrometer. I think I knew that. Or at least I knew that once, and you saying it now just reminded me of that fact. Because the hairs would react to the humidity. That's so cool. Kind of easy to replace too, I guess. It's like a Bujo gone wrong. Bullet journal. Oh my gosh. I've had all sorts of paper, and I've definitely used paper that had no sizing to paint, but I never ran into this issue. And it's just Oh my, I don't like I really struggle with just mere ghosting, and when ink or like when stuff goes through the paper, I can only deal with it if it's like a very cheap dismissive sketchbook. But even for my planner, just the ghosting bothers me. I'm getting like shivers thinking about watercolor paper that the paint just goes to the other side. I'm like, no, 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 no. You're not supposed to do that. Trying to finish this sketchbook before the year's over. Almost done. There's like 1, 2, 3, like 4 pages left. The one I'm working on, it's only gone a tiny bit. So it works, but it's just hard. I was checking chat and just realized that hair can be used as a good hygrometer on its own, on your head, like not necessarily in a device. Like if you have curly hair, you will know if it's humid or not. Another one, it had only gone in the corner, so I was able to cover it. I'm so sorry. Whew, with thick black gouache. I know that Holbein sells multi-size. We've talked about it before, and I know I have I really need to try this at some point, but I think I put some multi-size on this side of the sheet and nothing there, and I wanted to paint over it, but it's been so long now that I don't know if it's gonna be still relevant as an experiment. Did you get some while you were in Japan, Salome? Oh my gosh, box of paint, that's terrifying. But the drawing is so freaking cute though. Oh, that's so sweet. What a bummer that the paper was all weird. Oh my gosh. It doesn't really show on the front though. That's a really cute painting. And I was a bit overwhelmed by paint. Yeah, understandable. And I had used a piece to make swatches for my mother-in-law and was totally, oh, that's weird. I kept hoping more layers would fix it. trying to think of something to draw and looking at my library next to me to see if something feels inspiring. We decided after all the stress at the start of the month, we're not going to decorate this year, still doing gift exchange. But won't have to worry about the cleanup after that at least. Huh, that's how we're dealing with dinner this year. Oh, really, dinner? So what's your alternative here? Definitely makes a big difference to at least one of the people who isn't up all night cooking and the next cleaning. Ugh. Going to a restaurant where we get 4 courses for 5 people at about half the price of cooking. That's a good deal. I don't really decorate for Christmas anymore. I just put up the Christmas lights. It gets dark so early that I feel like the Christmas lights really help to counter that effect. And out of these 5, each has dietary restrictions. So, oh wow, you found a restaurant that is dealing with that? That sounds great, Tsukabu. Lasagna is amazing. I miss it. It's always so much work to prepare though that like we don't do it often. My-in-law won't eat pork or fish. Hubby is mostly veggie. Sister-in-law won't eat fish. So, a restriction where we get 4, 5. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. We had to pick it over a month ago, but we're all getting what we want to eat. That's great. Oh my gosh. Then we let it get happy for a day. Like, we found a way to make a really decent vegan lasagna, but it's just so much work. And I'm even using the Paolo, cover your ears. But I'm using the lasagna sheets that you don't have to pre-cook, that you can just put like in the oven with everything, and all you have to do is add a bit more water in the sauce, so it cooks the noodles at the same time. We are having a big bird, but I'm not pumped for cooking this year, to be honest. Oh no, how come? May just be my experiences, but Brits are effing horrible at offering to come stand in the kitchen with you and keep you company, that they don't help out. So, you mean they don't help? That's really, that's rude. I also use those. Oh, really? The others are open. Oh, interesting. As a kid, when my mom would make the lasagna, we would always use the... I don't think the ones you don't have to cook existed back then. But yeah, I remember it being a hassle of trying to boil the fat lasagna sheets first, and then they break, and oh, it's such a hassle. It's so easier to just put the hard ones like with your lasagna in the oven and let it work its magic. Lasagna. I have had so many house guests that will sit in the lounge while you're busting buns in the kitchens. American friends come and they will spend the majority of the time with me. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would do too. Like, if I... like, maybe not help per se if it looks too like involved, but I will at least come chill with the person who's cooking. What am I supposed to do in the meantime? I mean... We always save a bit of sauce and extra noodles afterwards so we can scrape the saucepan with the noodles for a kind of lasagna wrap. Wow. And offer to help even if they don't want to. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you offer to help even if you don't really feel like it. Or dividing up some tasks. There's always something you can delegate to someone. Like, oh, can you cut up some veggies? Like, really basic stuff. I would offer to help and offer suggestions. Oh no, that might... Until I'll be invited to exit. That's the thing. If you go in the kitchen to, what is it? It's backseat driving. You'll go back to the lounge real quick. That's when you get all the good gossip at home. Yeah, exactly. I don't like the feeling of not helping, so I can be annoying with it, but if I'm a guest, make me feel like I need... Makes me feel... Yeah, that's the... I totally get it. Like, if I have guests over... I had a guest not too long ago, and... yeah, just having the person in the kitchen is already good. And if something is, like, extra preppy or, like, needs more prep work or anything, like, you can ask the person to, like I said, cut veggies or... prepare a mix of something, like, or just be there and talk to you. Can you stir that while I'm chopping this? Yeah, something like that. Or can you, like, oh, can you put the chips in a bowl, you know, like... When we do our New Year's Eve to get together with the friends, we always kind of follow a bit of a potluck situation. Everybody brings up stuff and we just spread it all on the table and everybody eats whatever they want. So someone will bring some breads and some cheeses, and other people bring some meats and veggies, and we always have like a period at the beginning of the evening where we all prep this stuff. But yeah, it will be stuff like, oh, someone will take all the cheeses and put them in a plate, and then another person will cut up some veggies, and another person will prepare like the balls of chips, or put more like cold cuts in another plate and stuff like that. It would be so weird to be one person doing this. I like to be in the kitchen as that masks my shyness. Yeah, I agree. Like, if you are a bit shy, being in the kitchen and being given a purpose or a thing to do can help. I remember, I think, trying to hide in the kitchen as a kid a bit. Though as a kid you don't really help, but it was always the fun vibe, and occasionally you could get like a icing like beater to lick, or you know, try out one of the snacks and the foods before it goes out to the kitchen. I'm so awkward as a guest. It's hard to be a guest. I'm really bad at small talk, so I usually don't do it. That's why being in the kitchen is good. You can talk about food. Everybody can talk about food. One year my bro was visiting and I decided to make his favorite molasses cookies to avoid having to be social because he was being a bit crabby. Heh. Cookie dough. stop being crabby after. I hope so. I know I must often appear to be lacking enough switch, but small talk is so dang stressful. I'd rather have a real conversation and just say hi and move on. And if I'm comfortable around you, I can shut up. Yeah, I'm not. I don't like. It always ends up being okay, but I always kind of dread any moment in a big get together with family and stuff where you're at the point where everybody sits in the living room and we talk, and you're just like, oh no. Like, it's always fine because there's a lot of people and they will do most of the talking and all that, but oh, as a prospect, it's always a bit like dreary. Always like, oh no, what are we gonna do? And you just hope that there'll be snacks, or I don't know. Hey Lena, hi. And I grab my plate and sit outside with the dogs and cats. Ooh, kitties. I remember doing that. There was a get-together with family, and it was super nice. It was a really nice one, but still, like, as an introvert, sometimes you kind of need a break. And I remember, like, when I would, I have to go to use the bathroom, so I would go use the bathroom. And then before going back out with all the other humans, I would seek out the cats in the place and give them a few pets before going back out to the humans. And that felt great because the cats were, they're cats. I love cats. And they were on their own, so you can just sit next to a cat and pet the cat for a couple of minutes, and you kind of recharge a bit, and then you go back out with people. A lot of my people are very conservative, and I'm anything but, so it tends to be a lot of blank stares and mindless head bobbing. Oh man. You gotta make politics a topic that you can't bring up. Everything is politics. Well, not if you talk about food. Maybe. Everything is politics. Ugh. The expression on the full budget can everything. My mom got us digestive biscuits for the first time. Now we get quite a lot of people swear about it. What are those? What are those? Oh, thank you, by the way, Box of Paint, for commenting on the sketches I did for the Patreon rewards that I'm working on. Speaking of facial expressions, I could... I don't know if it will show... Oh, sorry. I took my pregnant niece 3 packs of them and she was very, very grateful. It's like a bit oat-filled graham cracker. The best biscuits. So good fiber. Okay, so... I'm trying to make drawings that will be fun, but also that won't take like too much time for me to do. And this one is started but not finished, and I have another one to do. I have 8. Okay, hold on. Oh, big. There it says. Okay, let me Google that because I can't. The only thing that comes to mind is like the tea biscuits, and these are like not my favorite. Digestive cookies. Ugh. Why are they called that though? Why are they digestive? Did you really make you digest more? To me they look miserable. A digestive biscuit, sometimes described as a sweet meal biscuit, is a semi-sweet biscuit that originated in Scotland. The digestive was first developed in 1839 by 2 Scottish doctors to aid digestion. Give me a chocolate chip cookie, let's go! It's what Brits used to make pie crusts instead of graham crackers. That's the base for cheese. I like them as a base for cheesecake. They need to be dipped in tea. You've never seen graham crackers? Really? Oh, interesting. I once even tried to bake graham crackers, but I could not find the flour to use. Oh, really? Huh? Don't get me started on the American pronunciation of Graham. How do they say it? Gram. Rather than gram. Well, it's like aluminum, right? Graham cracker? Graham. Graham. Biscuit graham. It's a bit weird in French because we don't really pronounce like H like you have in gram. So a biscuit graham, you kind of stretch out the A a bit. Aluminum is actually spelled different UK versus US. Okay, then another one, nuclear. And a piece of one is a milligram. What? What? Hi, Carolyn. Aluminum. I'm a Texan. I can't not say nuclear. How? How did it get to be pronounced nuclear? Blech. I can't not say nuclear. It's so funny. I'm Texas adjacent, and that word still gets me. When do we call oil all? All? Oil? Olive oil? What? Olive oil? I mean, I had to learn English, so it's not quite the same, but I know that Canadian French or Lumberjack French is probably just as weird. I'm from East Texas, so we have extra abilities to add and subtract vital sounds from words. I have fought so many fellow Southerners over y'all, because I will always write it y'all, and no other word has all. See, you all. But I'm 45 and my family was the guy. Writing helps a lot of things. I have a bad habit of assuming whoever I'm speaking with can keep up with my either seemingly disconnected topics or not being able to get away from a single topic. Yeah, I can. I like. That's kind of a bit related to why I feel like being able to have subtitles on everything we watch now, thanks to streaming, is super helpful. I really struggle with watching things without subtitles now. It also really helps when you're chatting with someone to be able to go back and reread earlier messages, because it's sometimes they just pop out of your brain and you're like, wait, we were talking about, and you can go back up and I'm so sorry, check that out. And writing helps keep the randomness for them at bay, or time to go back and explain. Yeah, you can at least like go back and it doesn't feel like you have to keep every info in your brain. You know, you can go back and check what's in the log. I heard they invented glasses that give subtitles for hearing impaired. Really? Oh, that sounds great. Hi, Rowdy. We accidentally booked an audio description movie, and it was one of the best things we've done. What is the WDDA or WCAG? Took a minute to get used to, but was amazing. Huh. DDA, Data Discrimination Act, and Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. Oh. Oh. So making the web accessible to all. Oh, that's cool. So it's stuff like alt text, right? Not alt-right text. Ugh. I don't know how some people who had disabilities can listen to words so fast. Like those text to speech that goes super fast, and I'm like, how do you comprehend all that? That's one thing. And also, I'm always amazed when you have automatic subtitling or captions, and they're able to follow up quite well with what is being said. Like, it's not too nonsensical. It's always super impressive. Apart from the multimedia side of my degree, that was the best part of uni, and I was trying to work with the RNIB, sorry, after I graduated but got sucked into corporate world. But I'm fighting the fight at work to get it to be more recognized as a specialty. That would be really cool. RNIB, Royal National Institute of Blind People. Oh, subtitling can be hilarious on the live local news channels, though. It's like someone poured alcohol into the computer system and it didn't. Well, it was interesting on everything live. Like, I remember when there was all the Johnny Depp trial live, and people would put the captions on, and sometimes it was really nonsensical. But other times it was actually quite perceptive for all the language that is really specific. It was surprising. I don't think Otto's on, but I'm sure she wouldn't mind my sharing. She had a video years ago that the Otto subtitles turned "will be doing a swatching video" into an "ass watching video." I never really laughed that hard. Oh. Have you guys seen how all the DC movies are getting dropped left and right? Aquaman, and then the issues with hiring and firing Superman's actor. That's why I sent her the bum sketchbook. Oh, that's so good! That's watching. Oh my gosh, that's good. So, my biggest question is, if they are firing Henry Cavill from Superman, can they have him back on The Witcher? Oh no, that's true, he left The Witcher because they're diverging from the books. Oh. It's unfortunate, but a lot of the DC movies just aren't very good. There are exceptions, but they feel like they're missing something. Oh, definitely. Definitely. He rage quit. He did not rage quit. He left because of creative differences, and I can totally see that. Like, he wanted to do The Witcher because he really likes the books and the games, but yeah, he really wanted, if I remember right, he wanted to do the show and follow the books, and the creative team on The Witcher has decided to step away from the books. He said that they weren't being true to the source material and they weren't listening to him. That's a very good reason to quit. I would quit too. It's miserable. Like I've had jobs that had a bit of that energy to them, and it was not fun. To be frank, that makes sense. When the actor as the viewer and the writers are probably pandering more to the sponsors. Yeah. It's such a shame though, because he is Geralt. Like, come on. Though season 2 of The Witcher was not as good as the first one. Cuff like Lord of the Rings. Cuff what? The original trilogy of Lord of the Rings is perfect? Almost perfect? Are you referring to the Prime Video series? Rings of Power. Amazon didn't even hire people who liked it. Well, you cannot always hire people who like something. That's just not doable when you work with a team of several hundreds people. I'm pretty sure Hubby and I were some of the only people who really enjoyed the LTR show. We did enjoy it too. The only thing that I enjoyed less, and I don't want to put too much weight on it because I'm aware of my shortcomings, but it's I don't think they wrote Galadriel in a way that was interesting to me. Like, I really had a hard time with her character, and I'm not sure which factor, but it's definitely a hodgepodge of some of her writing being really not great, and just she's that kind of character is never my favorite character in anything, so that doesn't work in her favor. But everything else was really good. But I wasn't trying to compare it to anything else, just watched it. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I mean, you can enjoy Peter Jackson's version and the TV show too. She's 1 billion years old. She has loads of time to grunt. Well. No, that's not. I don't mind. It's really hard to explain, but I kind of felt like they had a harder time writing the elves in general in the show because they didn't quite know how to handle the fact that they live forever. And that affects their mindset and everything. But like Elrond was amazing. And elves with emotions is fine. It's just they acted like humans with emotions, not like elves with emotions. Does that kind of make sense? Oh, the I felt like this I think I might be, I don't know if I'm confused between my impressions of shows I've watched, but I hold on, let me ask you.
Le reveal de la fin.
Alright, so I remember good. Yay! My brain is not complete garbage. Yeah, Elrond was amazing. And the proto-hobbits.
The dwarf.
The dwarves were cool. I'm forgetting all the names, but Durin and Disa. C'est quoi le nom des proto-hobbits?
Ah, j'avais pas remarqué.
The Harfoots. Harfeet? Anyway, these were great, and the stranger was amazing, and it was really cool. Yeah, but if they can improve on it, that's such a vague statement, though. It was gorgeous visually. That's no one can tell me that show wasn't like mind-blowingly pretty. So much budget. Oh my gosh. The budget. We watched Endor, the Star Wars series, not too long ago, and that was also really, really freaking good. It was really nice to see the sheep going east, because they talk about that in the Lord of the Rings books. You mean to Valinor? Is that the thing? Or did you guys watch Wednesday? I haven't yet. I don't think I will. I don't think I'm the demographic for that. Endor was really good. Very surprisingly good and very refreshing, considering it's a Star Wars franchise item. Do you think cats are elves because they have pointy ears? I think that's right, when they leave Middle Earth. Yeah. Still have many questions, but the visualization... Sorry. Visualization helps. I agree. I really enjoy seeing it. And the bits you have with the Galadriel and the elves, like before they get to Middle Earth, kind of, that was also really interesting. Though a bit like they don't know how to write her. The whole part where she's being bullied for like what's happening? I was watching how Burton was now adapting his style to include other races to be gothic without pandering. Did Burton make Wednesday? As a kid, I literally thought they got into a spaceship and left. You know, maybe that's what Tolkien thought. There's a really odd era of all the fantasy sci-fi stuff that has just a bit of overlap, you know? One of my favorite comic books as a kid is a French series called Torgal, and that's the name of the main character, and he's a Viking, but you find out that he came from space and his parents were like from another planet, and like, you know, this weird overlap of sci-fi and fantasy that is super specific to what, the 80s, the 70s, something like that, which is super cool in my book. Yeah, Tim Burton made Wednesday. Oh, good to know. I mean, I'm not a Burton fan, so I don't think that would influence me in any way, but it's interesting. I'm glad that if Tim Burton is indeed broadening his horizons, that's great because his stuff is pretty stale. Not, I mean, yeah, it sounds like an insult, but it's been relatively the same thing for like 30 years. So it's great if he's trying new stuff, like in different stuff. I first tried it with Samuel Jackson on the Mrs. Peregrine movie. I didn't see that either. I'm still fuming that they wound all the books together. And wait, what? What are we talking about now? Lord of the Rings or what? I think a really helpful factor is that I've only read The Hobbit. That's the only Tolkien book I've read, so I don't have this feeling of stuff being missing or like I've seen so many people be like, oh, but Bombadil is not in the movies, and I was like, good. I don't see how that kind of character would have made sense in. Oh, Miss Peregrine, okay. It could have been a great series of films, but nope, Mrs. Peregrine. The graphic novel that is drawn by Cassandra Jean is so pretty. She's a great illustrator. Like Shakespeare, couldn't read it, but listening to Lord of the Rings was a lot easier on the brain. I'm too visual. I don't think I could. I would have to listen to it in like 5-minute increments, and that would take forever. I don't have a lot of good success with audiobooks. I'll always prefer to have background noise, but it needs to be something that I can tune out and then come back to it, and I didn't miss much. I have all the Dune audiobooks, and I haven't been able to just listen to. I've read Dune at least, so there's that. But I keep seeing the new Dune getting closer to us. What do you mean? I get that. I have to put on music that I don't know because I'll end up singing along instead of working. Oh, Anglo-Saxon Old English is really hard to get into either way. Well, I mean, you can have, like, translated books too. Like, I could try the audiobook in French, but I would still tune out. I keep seeing the new Dune getting closer to us. I'm eager to see part 2. I still have nightmares about trying to remember the first part of Canterbury Tales and literally have zero idea about the words. What? I remember memorizing say it in front of... What? What? Oh, that's super useful. What a great skill. Oh my gosh, that sounds awful. Okay, that's nightmarish. I'm not gonna try to read that. I guess that's a bit like when they had us read stuff that was written in Old French. Right? Like I remember reading some medieval poems or novels, maybe? Like, nope. Nope. Oh my gosh. I know Zephyrus was one of the Greek for wind's name. Yeah, that's the same in French, I think. Zephyr. I was doing that, my brain just went no. Yep. It's like you can keep up with the first 3 words and then your brain just goes bleh. No. But that was pretty much the most I got, apart from something about April and March, and it may be raining. Ah, yeah, no. No, thank you. Like, isn't engendered endangered? Yeah, well, it's closer to a French word. Hubby has to do a song in Germanic Latin, and I just can not help him at all. Oh no. Alright, guys have last minute questions, I'm gonna close down the stream. I need to. Oh, I really need to put this back in. It's so funny because this is a regular, like, American size binder, and I have a couple of swatch sheets that are A4, and you can tell because they pop out of the top of the, the sheet. Oh yes, happy early Christmas to you guys as well. I don't know if I'll stream next Saturday, but if I do, I don't expect there to be a lot of people anyway, so either way, I hope you have a great time this holiday season and that things go well for you. And yeah, also thank you very much for being here today for this really, really slow, chill live stream. I really appreciate your company, guys. So I hope you have a great week and a great weekend, and we will see each other soon. And in the meantime, I'm always lurking around on the Discord, so you can find me there. Thank you, guys. Happy holidays, and bye-bye.